Well, that was the weekend that Sydney just lost it. I think they went crazy out there. For 48 hours, we had multiple incidents where there were stabbings, cowardly punch attacks. It doesn't seem as though those public awareness campaigns are really working.
Well, the one that we saw during the Rugby League Grand Final last week featured a young man looking as though he'd been beaten within an inch of his life, sitting at a table, telling all the people, well, this is what's going to happen later tonight when you've drunk too much and you're going to end up in jail for years and I'll end up on life support. I thought that ad was very effective.
Oh, beautifully produced, well executed, but really, hundreds of thousands of dollars of taxpayers'
More,
money
probably.
spent on these awareness campaigns. To what effect? We've just seen a nightmarish weekend on Sydney's roads and streets. What we really need is to expand those current licensing laws and have a real crackdown. Why do these places need to stay open until well into the early hours of the morning?
Well, the difficulty is we've got to tackle the things that no one wants to tackle, such as the availability of alcohol, licensing laws, opening hours. You look across the United States where they have a legal drinking age of 21. There's a lot of evidence that kids' brains and young people's brains are not developed sufficiently to be able to drink heavily until they're 21. But do you really think any politician's going to start saying, let's have an even more severe crackdown on trading hours, a more severe crackdown on the availability of alcohol, and look at things like the legal drinking age?
How long do you want me to hold my breath for? There's no way known. Have a look at the stranglehold that the hotel industry has on this state. Every time we try and change the licensing laws in this town, they go on about, oh, we'll no longer be seen as an international city.
Well, that is ridiculous when you compare us to, say, places like Los Angeles or New York. So, and that's an argument for another day, but it just doesn't stack up when you do the comparisons with what happens elsewhere in the world. I'm John Stanley. He's Garry Linnell.
We're on breakfast 2UE every morning between 5 and 9.